Today, we're going to build something cool. I got an idea for an iOS app. I want to build a proactive investment AI agent that gives you news and reports about all your investments in the stock market and everything. We're going to build that live site from beginning to end. You're going to learn a ton about Claude Code, Opus 4.5, building iOS apps. You'll be able to ask any questions you want in the chat. Go in the chat, say whatever you want, make friends with the Fin fam. It's going to be a blast. If you're watching the replay, lock in, put questions and replies. I'll answer them on the next stream. We're going to have a ton of fun. It's going to be awesome. I just bought a bagel, so I will be eating as well. Eat along with me, vibe code with me. These live streams about relaxing, having fun, learning, laughing, meeting new people. Let's get straight into it. I already set up. It's something new for me. I set up Claude Code before the stream starts so we can get right into it. And we got people spamming the chat. Let me ban user. There we go. There we go. There we go. Ban user. This is nice. Here we go. Let's go straight into Claude Code, shall we? Here we go. Hope everyone's been having a great week. Let's open up Claude Code. Investor agent. I built something cool. Can I share the link? Says HUD Taylor. Describe to me what it is first before you share the link. Here we go. We are going to build a full iOS app. Here's what I'm thinking. Is you enter your investments, what companies you're invested in. Then every day the AI agent does research on your investments. So like the companies, what they're doing, all that, and then gives you a daily report. Are you going to be spending the whole stream banning people? Probably. You're being attacked by a vibe coding competitor. I've heard this. I've heard a lot of other people are talking about us. We got now my audio's broke. Perfect. Test. All right, we're working. It is. I'm getting hacked. If you're watching this live stream right now, I'm about to build an iOS app, but I'm getting hacked actively. I accidentally banned our most active member. Modelier, if you're watching this, I got to figure out how to unban you. I was busy clicking ban. I accidentally clicked on your name. Apologies. This is crazy. Yeah. Listen, it's always entertaining. There's always something going on in the FinFam stream. Let's build an iOS app, though. We're going to build an investor app. Let's do this, where you can enter in any of your investments. Oh, okay. Here we go. Ban user. Yep, there we go. Man, you ever get your live stream botted before? Just turn the chat to sub-only mode. Oh, that's a good call. Why don't I just do that? Live chat, anyone, subscribers. Boom, there we go. Minimum subscribe time. 1 minute. Save. Now all the bots have to subscribe to me in order to chat. That's good. That's a smart move, M1. How do I unban people, though? I unbanned Modelier. I banned Modelier, who's like the best. And I don't know how to unban him. I don't know. Modelier, I apologize. I'll have to figure it out. I might have to figure it out after. I apologize, Modelier. He stopped. He's streaming and told his viewers to spam for a bit. I think he's done. Okay, whatever. Let's build something cool, Claude Code. Here we go. So I opened up the project. Let's open up Claude Code. Just a classic Wednesday, Claude. I apologize, Modelier. Modelier, I apologize, man. I got to figure it out after. How to unban you. I apologize. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I am a subscriber but can't chat. But I see your chat. How do you mean you can't chat? I just saw your chat from my phone. I don't know. Deal with it. So here's what I'm envisioning for this app we're about to build. It's going to open up. You're going to put in all the stock tickers of what you want to see, of what you're like invested in, right? I'm a big investor. I have a stock portfolio. So you enter the app, you put in the companies you're invested in, and then, like on ChatGPT Pulse, I think ChatGPT Pulse is the most underrated feature on that app. I want to do a ChatGPT Pulse for investments. So every day you get like an AI report of all your investments, what the companies did, news about the companies, how much the stock price moved, things like that. I think that would be cool. Do you think that's a cool idea? What do people think about that idea? Is that a cool idea? Damn, this guy is handsome. Shout out Benjamin. Benjamin is a OG friend of mine. OG. For a very long time, we've been friends. Through all the cycles of my career in life, me and Benjamin have been friends. We've gotten some good burgers together in New York. Shout out Benjamin. Follow him on X. Yeah. Now the bots are following me. Now the bots are subscribing to me so that they can comment. Ban user and delete comments. Modelier, I'm so sorry. Modelier, I'm so sorry. Here we go. Ban user. This is fun. Every day's an adventure on the FinFam live stream. What do you guys think about that idea? Plus one free sub. Yes, every bot that now spams about whatever dumb cryptocurrency they're spamming. Love the stock idea, but can you somehow let people link it to things they are interested in, e.g. polymarket bets? What does that mean? What do you mean by link it to things? What do you mean? Ooh, do we start off? Let's iron out the idea. So let me show you can you build it? That's what we're about to do. We're going to make this an iOS app. So let's do this. I've actually been playing around, and I actually am kind of impressed. Instead of tracking stocks, track subjects. Yes, but here's the thing is, I think from a marketing perspective, I really want it to be focused, right? Like I have an idea for like a general AI agent that does research for you and stuff like that, but I think it would be hard to market that. I think what I want to do for this iOS app is make it very, very, very focused, where it's only about one thing, and that's like investments, like stocks. Polymarket has a daily newsletter with the biggest movers, kind of like this idea. I think it's great content having a daily summary emailed to me. Man, Jesus. I'm kind of enjoying it though, having to ban all these people. I like that there's someone out there that we've made it. First of all, FinFam, we made it. The fact that our stream is big enough where people are like, oh, we need to bot that stream so people can find out about our absolute crap cryptocurrency. That means we made it. That means we're on the next level, FinFam. That means we're on the next level. So shout out us. We made it. Perplexity Finance does that already, but your pod, your rules. Yeah, but my pod, my rules. And ours will be better. Ours will be better. You know why ours will be better? Because we're going to be a profitable company. So it is what it is. What are we building today? So we're going to build a iOS app in Claude Code. And listen, here's the thing. I get this objection a lot when I tell people they should be vibe coding, which is, oh, but all my ideas are taken already. I can't think of any original ideas. Just build anyway. What are you talking about? Just build. If you wait to build just until you get an absolutely original idea, then you're never going to build because there's no original ideas. There's nothing new under the sun. So the best you can do is just try to make it in your own flavor, your own voice, and do it your own way. And it is what it is. If the idea is taken, that means yeah, there's a market. My hair is like effing crazy today. What is going on here? I feel like I should wear a hat or something. Jesus. All right. Yeah, you just build. If you're waiting for the perfect idea, it's never going to come and you're never going to build anything. So just build. So I've actually been digging Gemini DeepThink lately. It just dropped. I actually think it's sick. I made a video on it. Didn't perform well. I guess not many people are interested in like Gemini 3 DeepThink, but it is what it is. I'm thinking of building let me zoom in so you guys can see this. So this is my new process. It actually has been coming up with some very interesting novel ideas. Gemini 3 Deep Think. So let's roll with it. I'm thinking to build. So this is my process. When I have an idea for an app I want to build, I first run it through a AI, whatever my Copilot AI is. Today I'm going to do Gemini 3 Deep Think as my Copilot AI. Maybe we'll do this also with chat. Let's do this also with 5.1 Pro, which by the way, 5.2 is dropping tomorrow. I'm very excited about it. Of course, 5.2 is dropping the day I am traveling. I will be flying to Mexico tomorrow. So I got to bring my goddamn camera with me to Mexico so I can record. I got to have the video out the day it comes out. Much better sweater. OpenAI, please don't move to the dark side of Google. Oh, you mean like the hoodie I'm wearing? This is like my favorite hoodie. OpenAI gave me this swag at their dev day. This is sick. This is like a really nice hoodie. It says OpenAI Dev Day. It's really nice. Have you tried uploading your code into DeepThink yet? No. What purpose would that do if uploading my code to it? Why would I do that? I'm thinking of building an iOS app. It's going to be an AI-powered investment tracker app where you enter in all your stocks you're invested in, and every day the AI does research on the companies, then sends you a custom proactive report on your investments. It tells you the price moves, news, and other interesting things about ChatGPT 5.2 drops tomorrow. Interesting about your investments. What do you think? What could we add? I got a free month from Google for Gemini Pro. Been so much fun using it for ideas like you suggested. Yeah, it's been pretty good. Vibe Code is simple bill splitting app today. Nice, Love Nish B. That's awesome. That's where you want to start. Just get out those simple ideas. Build out those simple ideas. I'm gonna eat this bagel. I hope you don't mind while we do this. Oh, and let's cross test this with 5.1 Pro to see which gives us better answers, better suggestions. Seems like the bot thing is done, huh? We survived bot apocalypse. We survived bot apocalypse 2025. I hope you get a nice ASMR of me eating this bagel, by the way. This bagel place has been pissing me off lately. They haven't been... What is it with bagel places? They don't toast the bagels enough anymore. Why don't bagel places toast the bagels enough anymore? I do toast it, and then it's like barely toast. It's not crispy. Why do bagel places do that? Are they just trying to cut down on like time spent? Like they're trying to save like 5 seconds? Like I want a toasted bagel. I want it crispy and toasted. Why don't they toast the bagels? We've had toasterflation the last few years. I feel like when I was a kid, all the bagels were like toasted very nicely and they were crisp and warm all around. And now the bagels are not, there's no part of it that's crisp at all. Benchmark Gemini Deep Think. Should we do it? We could do that. Maybe later in the stream, we benchmark it. Maybe towards the end, we benchmark Deep Think. To ideate on new features, enhancements, and it could deep research on it while knowing your app does and how it works. Okay. Why have we had toasterflation in the last several years? This Deep Think's been good. Turn the heat down, LOL. Are they saving money on the energy by turning the heat down? The bagels aren't getting toasted. How do you get Gemini to actually maintain useful, persistent memory like ChatGPT? I've tried everything and failed. It doesn't. ChatGPT is by far the best memory. And that's why I primarily use ChatGPT 5.1. All right, let's compare the answers. Did 5.1 Pro go? No, 5.1 Pro is still going. This is a fantastic concept because it solves the biggest problem with current investment apps: information overload. Most existing apps are passive dashboards. They force you to log in, stare at a chart, and dig into it yourself. Your opportunity to build a proactive analyst that pushes the meaning of the data to the user rather than just the data itself. Here's an analysis of your idea, specifically what features will make it must-haves. I'm going to make a to-do list for this, by the way, so we can remember all the good ideas. New list, AI investor. I use TickTick for, I don't know if anyone else uses TickTick. I use TickTick for tracking ideas. The most annoying thing for an investor is seeing a stock drop 5% and having to panic search Google why. Oh, this is interesting. So when you see a big drop every day or movement every day in your stock, it'll just have like a simple reason. I like that. At the end of every day, it shows the price movement and a simple one-sentence reason why. I like that a lot. The value that instantly tells the user if the drop is a company problem or a market problem. Oh, I like that. This is good. I'm liking this. See, these are good ideas from Gemini. I know DeepThink has like better write something or type. I'm trying to write something. All right, whatever. Features to add to beat competitors. To stand out, you need features that offer insight rather than just news. The commute. Use AI text-to-speech to generate a personalized 2-minute podcast for the user's morning commute. Oh, that's interesting. That's a really interesting idea. What if you got a morning daily brief? Morning daily brief audio podcast. Every morning you get a 2-minute audio podcast about your stocks and companies, as well as recommendations about other companies, other related. That's really sick idea. What do you think about that idea? You put in all your stocks. At the end of the day, you get a brief of like what happened and why. And at the beginning of the day, you get a 2-minute audio podcast about all your companies and stocks. Alex, I came after a long time. How are you? That's what she said. Hey, while you're waiting, you should be chatting with your AI CEO agent, not eating some under-toasted bagel. Well, what do you think we're doing right now? We're talking to the AI CEO agent, Kevin Bubar, 93999, while I eat the bagel. I'm multitasking out the wazoo here. You try live streaming in the morning when you haven't eaten yet for 2 hours. And the delivery woman's like an hour late. You try. You try. How do you make nice designs with your apps? I'm really struggling with that currently. Like, make good UI UX designs on my app. Claude isn't that good for that. Here's what you do. Download the Claude skill for design. Claude skill for design. Search X for it. It'll list it. You download that Claude skill, it makes your designs way better. Also, I tested every AI to see what makes the best designs. and V0 made the best designs from all my tests. So you could also design the UI in V0 and then screenshot the design it comes up with and put it in a Claude Code. Then ask V0, hey, can you give me a prompt I can give to Claude Code to remake this entire design? Why aren't you using speech to text? Save yourself time, says Joe Hernandez 1812. I just like typing. I'm a typer. I like to type. Some people like to speak to their computer. I like to type to my computer. There's no other reason other than that. There's no other reason other than I like to type. I like the feeling of keys on my fingers. Oh! Now that we got all the bots gone, oh, Modelier. Modelier, I'm sorry, man. I banned Modelier by accident when we were getting rid of all the bots. He's like the #1 dude, but I don't know. Modelier, I have to figure out how to unban you. I'll figure it out. I'm sorry. It's going to be hard midstream to figure out how to unban people. I'm sorry, Modelier. All right. I like this, the commute auto briefing. Would you guys, if you had a, if you had an investment app where you put your stocks in, would you listen to a 2-minute brief every morning about your, like a 2-minute audio podcast, custom audio podcast? Why can't I edit? I don't know, whatever, I won't. The commute. I want to call it the commute. How do I edit this? The commute is the audio podcast. All right, so Gemini's coming up with coming up with good things here. I'm here for the bagel. It's pretty good. I just wish it was toasted more. Oh, wow. And if you put in how many stocks you own, it'll tell you how much you're up. Put in how many shares you own. I like that. I'm about to pull the trigger and get Claude Code. Does the $100 give you enough credit to do 3 to 4 hours a day of coding? Do you need it? Yeah, it does. It gives you a good amount. $100 gives you a good amount. Do the $100. Spotify wrap for your money. Instead of a boring list, make the daily report a visual, tappable story format. Oh, I like that. Phantom Platypus, I can see you. Can you see this? Yes, I can see you. I see the Twitch community. Shout out Twitch community. Do you use any skills in Claude Code? Yeah, I use the visual. The design skill. I use the design skill. These are actually fire ideas Gemini's coming up with. Is the ASMR me eating this bagel like crazy right now? Can you hear like every chew? I'll try to chew away from the microphone if you can hear every chew. Oh yeah, let's see what ChatGPT came up with. Look at this first line. Blunt answer, as stated, this is not new and not defensible. Yeah, it does have my I basically have a system prompt in ChatGPT that says, "Tell me everything I do is stupid." There's a lot here. What's actually broken for investors beyond I want news? The pain isn't I can't see news about my stocks. The pain is signal versus noise. People get spammed with random headlines and price alerts. They don't know which 2 to 3 things they actually matter for their portfolio. Thesis drift. Almost nobody tracks why they bought a stock. They can't see when the original thesis is broken versus just volatility. Portfolio level insights week. Tools are great at ticker level news. We get portfolio level questions. Why is my portfolio down today? What 3 positions contributed most to the drawdown? Oh, that's interesting. So maybe the daily report also has like high level portfolio analysis of like why your portfolio is down that day. Portfolio level analysis. Why your entire portfolio is down that day. I think that's cool. That'd be in the daily report. Watching on 2 separate platforms. Phantom Platypus is the dog. He's a dog. He's watching on the entire multi-stream just to get the views up on every platform. I love it. That's my dog, Phantom Platypus. That's my dog. How do you think GPT 5.2 will be for coding? Well, the market's saying it's going to be great. Have you seen the poly market for this? Have you seen the market? Where is the best coding model? Look at this. Which company will have the best AI model for coding at the end of 2025? And like a week ago, OpenAI, Anthropic was at 84%, and boom, 1 week later, it completely flipped. It completely flipped. So something happened. There's some sort of insider knowledge. Hey, it's Modelier. Hopped over to Twitch. No worries, Alex. You can't undo it until after the stream. I looked up. Sorry, man. Sorry about that, bro. I was just like hitting all the bots. Ban, 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 ban. I accidentally hit yours. Sorry about that. Isn't that crazy? I kind of want to bet Anthropic at 19%. It's at 17%. So if I bet $1,000 on Anthropic right now, I win $5,000 if they have the best model. Is that not easy money? Here's the concern. Sorry, and I'm almost done the bagel. That's why I'm talking really slow. I apologize. I'm just like starving to death. Here's the concern is I don't like the way they're measuring this. I don't like the way they're measuring the winner. They're measuring it based on live bench, coding average score. And I think all these benchmarks are garbage. I think all these benchmarks are garbage. Because according to these head-to-head benchmarks where they like make it like an arena and they put them head-to-head, according to these benchmarks, look at this. Everyone knows Opus is the best coding model on planet Earth. Everyone knows it. So the fact that Opus isn't number 1 right now tells you this whole benchmark doesn't make sense, right? The fact that Opus isn't number 1 means this benchmark is not relevant. Like, because anyone who uses any of these models knows Opus 4.5 is a revolutionary AI coding model. Revolutionary. So the fact that it's not number 1, it's like having a leaderboard, which is like a list of what fruits are the reddest. And like grapes are number 1 or oranges are number 1. It's like, okay, well, I can't trust this leaderboard. You know what I'm saying? If like the entire market is based on the results of this leaderboard, and this leaderboard clearly doesn't make any sense because Opus should be number one. And that's obvious to anyone who uses any of the models, that Opus is the greatest coding model of all time. Like, there's no way GPT-5 is ahead of Sonnet 4.5. There's no way. Sonnet 4.5 was the best model ever before Opus for coding. So there's no way that ChatGPT's model from like 4 months ago is better than it. There's no way. There's like no way that Grok 4 is above 4.5 Opus, even the low effort one. There's no way. So that's my only concern betting on this. Like, this is insane money to bet that Anthropic, which has had the best coding model for over a year, continues this in 2 weeks. Like, Opus will clearly be the best model in 2 weeks for coding. Clearly. And obviously. But it's based on this website, which is clearly a not good website. Here's the thing with benchmarks. Trust no benchmarks. Trust none of them. None of them. They're all BS. All the benchmarks are BS. All of them. These models are all trained to game these models are trained to game the benchmarks. All of them are overfitted to the benchmarks. All of them. None of the benchmarks mean anything. My benchmarks are the best. My benchmark's the only one that matters. Because we do it live. And you can see it. I forget who I talked to at the XAI hackathon over the weekend. But they said they work at one of the big, I won't say which one, but they work in one of the big AI companies. And they said that the final decision for which model gets released, because when they make these models, for instance, 5.1 or Opus 4.5 or Sonnet 4.5, right? Before they release, they have different versions of the model. They have different versions, and then they decide which version to release. And the versions all work slightly differently. And what they do is they have two choices, basically. Of all the versions, they have one choice which, like, internally they like the best, but then they have another choice which performs the best on the benchmarks, and they choose the one that performs the best on the benchmarks just for marketing purposes. Which, like, that doesn't make any sense. That's not how you should decide which model to release. But, like, they optimize for, like, tweets, you know? They choose which model to release based on which one will get them the best tweets. So that's why I never bet on these. You can't trust any markets that are based on what are going to benchmark the best. Because the benchmarks are all stupid and make no sense and are gamed and corrupt. I like to bet on the ones I bet on like the release dates of models. Because like, for instance, right now I have not a lot, but I have money on when Sonnet 5 will release. And I said after January 1st. It had like an 80% chance, but it's like obvious. It's obvious Sonnet 5 is not coming this year. So that's easy money, baby. But betting on benchmarks is stupid because benchmarks make no sense. The only benchmark that matters is your own experience with these models. What does code red mean? This is my last bite of the bagel, by the way. This is my last bite. So once I'm done this, I'm not going to talk slow anymore. I've been half chewing all the bagels. I've swallowed a whole bagel in my mouth. No one has enjoyed a bagel less than I have during this bagel I just ate. We're going to get back to the building in a second. We're going to go through the rest of the ideas from Gemini. I just want to make this last bite and chew good. What does code red mean? So Gemini 3 came out a few weeks ago, and I think the general sentiment of the market was that it was the best model out there. That's it. And I actually wasn't in that camp. I actually still like 5.1 better than Gemini 3. But the general market consensus is like that Gemini 3 was better. And so Sam Altman put out a memo, code red time, code red. Which basically means we got to go back in. We got to get in. We got to have the best model out there. My hair is crazy. We have to have the best model out there. All hands on deck. 5.2 has to be the best model ever. We got to get out there. We can't have the second best model. We have to have the best model. Even though I thought 5.1 was the best chat model, AI chat model. And so they're in code red. They stopped all their side projects. They stopped working on Sora. They stopped working on like Pulse. They stopped working on other side projects, and they put all hands on deck for making 5.2 the best model ever. And so the idea is that when it releases, which all the numbers are saying tomorrow is going to be the day. Let's see. Let's go tech. Let's see what the markets are saying. Will OpenAI release a new frontier model by December 13th? 88% chance. So that's in a few days, 88% chance. But they're all the people are saying tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the day. If I wasn't on a plane tomorrow to Mexico, I'd do an emergency live stream of it. But unfortunately, I'm going to be on a plane to Mexico tomorrow, which sucks. Absolutely sucks. Absolutely sucks. So that's code red. You think GPT-5 will be better than Claude? I think from like a chat perspective, an ideation perspective, a getting answers perspective, a thought partner perspective, my guess would be yes. From a coding perspective, I don't think so. I think Opus is revolutionary. It is a revolutionary coding model. It is insane. I don't see how 5.2 from a coding perspective could be better when I honestly don't think any ChatGPT model has been close to a Claude model when it comes to coding for a year now. And this is not me crapping on OpenAI. I love OpenAI. I think ChatGPT has been the best straight up chatting model for years now, literally years. I think it's been the best. But from coding, I mean, it's all about Claude, is what it is. But for everything else, I use ChatGPT, and I'm very excited for 5.2. GPT-5 models are just too slow for me. I haven't had that experience. I think they're very fast, and I don't know. Even the thinking I think is great. They need to take all my crappy prompts that make the models to do the wildest things and score on those. Man, oh man. We all know the only benchmarks that matter is the world famous Alex Finn benchmark test. That is a fact. My benchmark is the only one that matters. Gemini was revolutionary. Opus was revolutionary. Now 5.2 is about to be revolutionary. It feels like 2007 all over again. I love it. Yeah. We live in the most exciting times for tech ever. I just did the impossible. I got cut by a donut. What the hell kind of donut are you eating? All right, let's get back to building. Spotify Wrapped for your money. Instead of a boring list, make the daily report a visual, tappable story format. Oh, I like that. The daily rundown is like Spotify Wrapped, a tappable story format, like Instagram stories. I like that. Imagine every day getting a custom built Instagram story like Spotify Wrapped for your portfolio. Slide 1, performance. Slide 2, top winner. Slide 3, the why. Slide 4, what to watch for tomorrow. Ooh, that's genius. That's genius. Gemini 3. Let's go, Gemini 3. These are some genius ideas. I love this. We're cooking. The devil's advocate, risk check. Isn't that cool? Aren't these good ideas, or am I just going nuts? The devil's advocate, risk check. Most apps feed users confirmation bias. Positive news about stocks. Oh, by the way, everyone leave a like down below. Everyone right now, all at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Leave a like down below. 3, 2, 1. Leave a like. Let's get the party bigger. Get more people in here. We can start chatting. Leave a like down below. Thank you. Most apps feed users confirmation bias. Positive news about stocks they own. No, we're going to do a bear case. A bear case button where the AI aggressively summarizes risks. We need to make sure the AI includes risks in everything. You have 60% exposure to one stock. If interest rates rise, your portfolio. Oh, we got to have something like that. I love these are really good ideas. What if someone made an app where an AI ranks other AIs on benchmarks? That seems like it won't work. Maybe. So it's like an app that benchmarks AIs. LM Arena is the opinion for ranking LLMs. All right, let's see. Let's see what the LM Arena rankings currently are. What is this? How do I just see the leaderboard? All right, here we go. Text. Gemini 3 Pro #1, then Grok 4.1 Thinking, then Claude Opus 4.5, then Grok 4.1, then Claude Opus 4.5, then GPT 5.1 High, then no, this is stupid. Instantly deleted. Instantly does not count. This whole leaderboard. There is no way for chatting that Gemini 2.5 Pro, a model that released like 9 months ago, is better than Sonnet 4.5. There's no way. Whole leaderboard in the trash. Whole leaderboard does not matter. There is no way Gemini 2.5 Pro, a model from like 9 months ago, is better than Sonnet 4.5. Or GPT 5.1. How can you tell me, as I'm someone who uses all these models constantly, there is a 0% chance 2.5 Pro is better than 5.1. 0% chance. Whole leaderboard in the garbage. Whole website in the garbage. Oh, it's the web dev tab. Okay, so we're saying what the web dev tab on there is pretty accurate. All right. Web dev. Opus 4.5 #1, good start. Gemini 3 Pro. Opus 4.5. GPT 5 Medium. So this is trying to tell me GPT-5 Medium, not the Codex model, but just straight up GPT-5 is better than GPT-5.1 Codex for development. This is trying to tell me GPT-5, the non-coding model from OpenAI, is a better model by a decent margin than 5.1 Codex, their model built for coding. Nope, garbage. Whole thing in garbage. Whole thing in garbage. Whole thing is trash. That's why I can't bet Polymarkets on which models are the best, because they're all based on leaderboards like this. And these leaderboards are just hot garbage. Hot caca. Why are your website links in the middle horizontally? That is disgusting. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. What's Veggie32 saying? All right, back to the ideas. The fee hunter. Have the AI analyze the expense ratios. No one cares about that. Technical and business reality. The idea is free, but the data is expensive. Here are 3 hurdles you must plan for. The data bill. Real-time stock data costs thousands a month for commercial apps. Really? You can't have delayed stock data in a stock app. You can't. The AI cat, if you run GPT-4 analysis on Apple for 5,000 users every morning, your API bill will be astronomical. Yeah, what the hell is Veggie talking about? Why are your website links horizontal? What are you talking about? That is disgusting. What's this dude talking about? All right, let's build this. Okay. All right, let's build this. Let's go into Claude Code and build this out. Let's build an iOS app. Here we go. Share. All right. I want you. Let me make sure we're in. Oh, no, we got to go one more folder deep. We got to go one more folder deep here. Let me exit out of this file, new window. We gotta go one more folder deep. One more folder deep. File, new window. Sometimes Claude gets messed up if you don't open it up in the correct folder. It'll get confused. Investor agent, open. All right, here we go. Claude. Here we are. All right. I want to make this a little bit bigger for you guys. Let's get rid of this Copilot crap. I want to build an iOS app that is a stock tracking app. Users put in their stocks they hold. Then every day they get 2 things. In the morning, they get a 2-minute AI audio podcast that goes over all the news of their stocks and what to look out for. In the evening, after close, they get an AI generated Spotify wrapped style report on their portfolio performance and all the stocks and their news. This is built for beginner investors. Let's go to plan mode. Let's just hit enter and see what happens. You're not using Xcode. I don't know. Your browser just looks bad. Okay, your face looks bad, Veggie32. Like middle aligned instead of left aligned, like Chrome. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? Middle aligned, not left aligned. Like, what are you talking about? What browser links? Like, what are you talking about? I have no idea. I am using Xcode. So Benjamin, when you're building iOS apps, you open up a project, you start a new project in Xcode, and then you open up that same project that was just created in Claude Code and Visual Studio, and then you do all the editing in Claude Code, and it updates the Xcode, then you test in Xcode. Does that make sense? Everyone got what I just said? We're building an iOS app. I open the project in Xcode, right? I'll show you. Boom. So I started the project in Xcode. Here it is. Started it here. Then I open up another window, which is Visual Studio with Claude Code inside of it. And that's where we do the editing. I'm like number 26. Everyone smash that like. Yeah, everyone smash the like. What are we doing here? Smash the like. Hey, not sure if you read my previous message, but I wanted to know what your thoughts are on prompt generators for LLMs. So to get better results, do you think people would use it often? I think they'd use it if it was a really integrated experience. If you could somehow make it super easy to have it open to optimize prompts, then yes. I don't know if many people would have separate apps open just to optimize prompts. But maybe build it. Who cares? Just try it. Why not just build it? Just build it. Who cares? Just build it. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just build it. Then ship it. And then either people will use it or they won't use it. By the way, can anyone in the Twitch community say how many people are watching on Twitch right now? I'm curious. Can anyone give me the number? Every time I go to twitch.com and try to log into my account, it just gives me issues. I just always have issues. Always makes me triple, quadruple check. It's just like, nah, I don't care. 4. Okay, I'll take 4 on Twitch. Is Visual Studio with Claude better than Cursor? In my opinion. I mean, I just think, and this is, I guess this is controversial because every time I say this on X, someone gets upset. In my opinion, there's nothing Cursor does better than Claude Code. In my opinion, right? So why would I do this in Cursor? If there's nothing I'm going to use in Cursor, I might as well just do it in Visual Studio. Right? What's the point of having it open in Cursor if you're just doing everything in Claude Code? I think Claude Code's better in every feature. And every time I say that, someone gets upset at me. They're like, oh, no, Cursor does this. And it's like, why are you getting so upset? Who cares? Then use Cursor. I don't care. No disrespect to the Cursor team. Love Cursor. It's how I discovered vibe coding. It's great. It just seems like everyone on X has like allegiances or monetary benefits or things like that, and like they don't talk about it, and then they get very upset when you talk trash on whatever they're like super invested in, and then they give you rankings. Oh, you need to use these tools. Don't use these tools, and all those rankings are always wrong, and it's because they like have monetary benefit for those tools. There's just so many people that are getting paid by these AI companies and not saying it, and then going around and shilling their shit left and right, up and down. Like, I just wouldn't trust anything. I think people's opinions on X are as trustworthy as benchmarks. Everyone's getting paid by these different companies. I'm like talking specifically like influencers. Like a lot of these influencers are invested in these different companies or have undisclosed sponsorships that they're not talking about. And then they tell you which tools to use and they don't mention the investments or sponsorships. I am not sponsored or have investments in any of these companies. I would tell you, I've had, I think, 3 sponsored videos in the past, and they all start with, hey, this is sponsored, and they all end with, hey, this is sponsored. And they do not affect my opinion on anything at all. I do not change my opinions based on sponsorships, but there's a tremendous amount of people on X, like influencers, who are invested in these tools or are sponsored by these tools and do not disclose it. And then they tell you, oh, these are the best by far. And they don't disclose the fact that, you know, they have financial investment. I'm not being paid by any of these companies. I think Claude Code's the best by far. Like, it just, like, that's my unbiased. I've used all the tools. I actively use all the tools. Claude Code's the best. Is Anthropic paying me? No. One person from Anthropic reached out like 3 months ago and said, hey, we'll give you early access to like our new Chrome extension. And we'll enter you into our early access program so you get early access to all this stuff. And I said, oh, that's awesome. And then they never reached out to me again, never said anything to me ever again. So if I was biased, I probably should crap all over Anthropic tools, but I'm not biased. I'm going to be honest about what's the best. And I think Claude Code with Opus 4.5 is the best tool out there. So it is what it is. Here we go. We're in plan mode. How should users track their stocks? Just a watch list or with actual purchase price quantity or real profit loss calculation? Let's do full portfolio tracking. Do you have a preference for back-end software, Supabase? Which AI services would you like to use for content generation? OpenAI plus 11 Labs or Claude plus 11 Labs? I don't really have a preference on the API to use when it's OpenAI versus Claude. I think I lean OpenAI just because it has cheaper models for API stuff. Do people in the chat have preference, OpenAI versus Claude, for API stuff? I don't know. Let's go OpenAI 11 Labs. How should the daily reports be delivered to users? Push notifications plus in-app. Submit answers. All right, here we go. What is the best AI browser in your opinion? I use Atlas. ChatGPT Atlas. The reason being is, one, I think ChatGPT is 5.1 thinking is the best chat model on planet Earth. Two, I think ChatGPT has the best memory of any AI model. And that's it. That's the reason why I use ChatGPT Atlas, because I like to chat with it the best, and it remembers everything really, really well. And so when I quickly open up the chat bar in Atlas, it usually has very good context around who I am and what I'm asking. So I use Atlas. Atlas is my daily driver. I don't even use Chrome anymore. You know he's unbiased because he's saying that in an OpenAI hoodie. Yeah, I'm telling you, Claude Code's the best. I'm wearing OpenAI swag. I have no allegiances. If 5.2 comes out tomorrow, which it is, and the coding is better than Claude Code, boom, I'm a 5.2 guy. Boom. Boom. Done with Claude Code instantly. I have no allegiances. I'm a mercenary of whatever the best tool is at the moment. Web search, Supabase, iOS, Swift, real time. Yes, don't ask again. Zero allegiances. I just think that the Claude models have been the best coding models for over a year now. That's why I use Claude Code. I've been using Claude with extensive thinking for every task, and it's been draining my account usage like crazy. Any recommendations? I do love the results from Opus 4.5. I don't know. I don't use the extended thinking for any of the Claude models, and I still get fantastic results. Claude's definitely the most expensive model and company and all that, but I don't use the extended thinking, and I get still the best results in the industry. I like Gemini for API stuff because it's almost free. Yeah, I mean, I just don't love the way, when it comes to chatting, I don't love the way Gemini talks to me. I'm going to be honest. I just don't love the warmth or the tone of it. I use Claude Code for everything coding, ChatGPT and Gemini for planning and media. Yep. That's my exact workflow, Benjamin. That's my exact workflow. Claude Code for coding, ChatGPT for ideating, Gemini for media. Perplexity Comet is the best browser, hands down, says JMD489. Yeah, maybe. I just like Atlas because it has all my context and memories. Hi, I use all LLMs, and Claude Code is the best for coding. I use 12 to 14 hours per day for coding. Smiley faces. Rado Char. I think you got a good workflow there, Rado. Man, the Twitch chat's active today. I love it. I've been using 5.1 high to plan tasks on Cursor and Opus 4.5 to execute them. Works like a charm. Yeah, that's what I do. 5.1 high thinking. That's what I do, Swizz HD. Swizz Beats HD. That's exactly what I do. That's the best. That's the best workflow. That's when it comes to Tesla. That's me when it comes to Tesla. Everyone thinks I'm some Elon fanboy. I'm just driving what's best. Yeah, Teslas are the best car. I have no allegiance. Teslas are the best cars. Claude Code's the best at coding. ChatGPT's the best at chatting. Gemini's the best for media. I have zero allegiances. I have zero biases. Actually, I do have a bias. I am a huge investor in Tesla, but I invested because my Tesla car is so nice. So really, I should be like shilling grok left and right, but I don't allow it to impact my biases. How do you determine something to build out and how to handle pricing? I have a hard time seeing value in things myself I find easy to do. I'm more of a technical person than creative, says the Sloth Father. So there's a lot to that question, and we probably can spend like 10 hours sitting here discussing it, Sloth Father. Few things. I think you need to tweak your thinking a little bit. My guess would be is you're waiting around for the perfect idea to build out. First of all, you shouldn't. Just constantly be building. You want to first think of challenges. Think of challenges you face day to day. Think of challenges other people face day to day. And just keep building things that solve those challenges. And most of the time, you'll start building and you'll figure out that it's crap what you're building and doesn't actually solve the challenge. Then you'll move on and you'll build something else. And you're just constantly building, constantly moving on, finding new things to build. And eventually you'll hit a winning idea. But the best thing you can do is build products that solve your own challenges. Think of things you do day to day where it's slow or it's challenging or whatever, and just build out things to solve that. And keep building products that make your life better. And eventually you'll hit products that you could sell and other people will buy. But don't overthink it. Don't wait for the perfect idea. Just keep building stuff. What iOS app are you building right now? We are building an AI-powered stock investment agent that you enter in your stock investments in, and then the AI agent every day gives you like a Spotify Wrapped of how your portfolio and investments did and news about the stocks, and also a 2-minute audio podcast about how your stocks did. Which AI would be best for marketing, SEO, research? I don't do much around those things, but my guess would be Gemini, right? You got to think when you're thinking of use cases for AI, like which AI has data sets that make sense for that use case. And it's SEO. I mean, Google is SEO. So you got to think Gemini has the best data trained on that, right? Do you think Claude with Code through the official desktop app or the web version? Well, my go-to is the CLI because it has the most features. Claude Code in the desktop app doesn't have plan mode yet. And I think that's a big missing feature. I just used Opus 4.5 and Codex Max High to do a deep code review. Codex found some things Opus did and had Opus harmonize the outputs and build remediation plans. Now I'm implementing. Yeah, Modelier. I do find Codex does find a lot of things that Opus can't find, and vice versa. So using them both together is a really big power move. Can you show us how to use and set up Claude Code? I'm thinking about doing another Claude Code 101 video, filming that today and dropping it tomorrow. Would that be something that's of use? Just like Claude Code Opus 4.5 Beginning Guide 101. Just a refresh of using Claude Code 101. Would that be of interest? Leave a like down below if that'd be of interest so I can see how interested people are in that. Why not use VS Code Claude Code extension? It's more of a GUI. That's a good question, Benjamin. So I used to use, oh, here we go. What minimum iOS version should be a target? It enables more Swift UI features. All right, we'll go with the recommended. Do you want me to also create the Sue-based product, configure the external services, or just the iOS app code? Full stack. Submit. I used to use the extension full-time, Benjamin, because I like the GUI a lot better. And then a few weeks ago, I was just playing around and used the CLI just to see how it was. And I found so many, it's completely different. It talks to you completely different than the extension. Right, when you're in plan mode in the CLI, it asks you really in-depth multiple choice questions. And the extension did not do that. And I was kind of blown away. And so I've switched back to the CLI. Even though the user interface isn't quite as good, it seems that it's just a little bit smarter and asks you better questions, the CLI. So that's why I switched back to the CLI. All right, let's see the plan here. Wow, this is a good plan, although the UI is kind of messed up here. All right, here we go. Investor Agent iOS app implementation plan. A full stock tracking app for beginner investors, including full portfolio tracking, morning AI podcasts covering personalized stock news, and evening Spotify Wrapped and push notifications for content delivery. This is cool. I think this is a really cool idea. Is there anyone here that would use this? Is this a cool idea people on the live stream would use? Real-time data and charts, morning podcast, evening report, rap style, push notifications, polish and launch. All right, let's do it. Let's build it. Yeah, this app is fire. All right, so people are into this. I feel like this could be a cool idea. Like if I build this, and this like works and people like this concept, I feel like I can take this concept and move it over to other things. This could be a good proof of concept. For every man in the chat, The Way of the Superior Man is the best book of all time and crucial for all men. It will change your life. Sounds like an ad, but I just want men to not be so lost in life. Veggie32, what is your angle? What's your angle for Veggie32? This is a vibe coding stream, and every message you put out there is like self-help slop. Everyone should be mewing. Everyone should be reading The Way of the Man. What makes you go on AI vibe coding live streams and then talk about slop like this? How do you get the design and UI set up? Do you do any planning on that specifically, or just let it run and see what happens? I let it run and see what happens. And then I edit from there. I don't necessarily I do a ton of planning around the UI. I'll do it like once I got the core functionality done, then I'll start playing around with the UI. You think Veggie32 is an AI bot? Can you please quickly show us how to set up the Claude CLI? Thanks. AC Watcher, instead of doing that, which I think would take up a lot of time for something that probably most people on here already know, I'm gonna one up this for you, buddy. I'm gonna do something even better than showing you how to do it right now. Claude Code 101 with Opus 4.5. I'm going to film you an entire video. I'm writing it down right now. Yeah, CLI versus extension versus desktop. I'm going to film you an entire video, and I'm going to go over that and show it to you. So do me a favor, AC Watcher, turn on notifications down below. The moment this ends, the stream, I'm going to film you that video and put it out on my YouTube channel. I'm comfortable with web apps, but not iOS yet. I've been looking at sites like Mobbin and Screen Design to see good examples, but I'm thinking of using Figma AI, but currently creating it in Gemini. Jammin, you're overthinking it. Just do it. Just build it. Just go into Claude Code, say build me iOS app. Figure it out after. Don't do any planning. Just build it. Just go. Open up Xcode. Create a new project. Go into Claude Code. Build it out. See what it looks like. If it sucks, improve it. If it doesn't, keep going. You know? The best way to do this is just to build it. Just do it. Self-improvement in general, it does not provide benefits to one thing, but all. Happiness in general encompasses the most important thing in life. Why would I not try to share and help? Because there's a time and place for everything. There's a time and place for everything, Veggie32. That's why. And on Vibe Coding AI live streams, I'm not sure recommending male self-help books is the place to do it. Time and place for everything, right? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a read the room thing. You don't seem to be particularly good at reading the room. Let me help you read the room. No one cares. No one cares about the self-help stuff at the moment. We're watching this to learn how to vibe code and create stuff with AI and make a living and have modern skills. And you're coming in here and saying, hey, read Mewing for Men 101. Veggie, you smoke too much of that green stuff? Where's the chat bounce? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Where's the chat bounce? What does that mean? Can you maybe do a video on how you can monetize an app with ads? I think that would be super helpful. As in, like, how do you put ads into an app and make money off the ads? Or how can you use ads to sell your app? What do you mean by that? Hello, Alex. Hi, Jinfa. All right, so Claude Code's still working here. We're going to get a V1 in the app in a second. Oh, where's the chat bouncer? Yeah, Greek was the chat bouncer, and then he just stopped showing up. Our bouncer is like, I don't know, living off government benefits or something. I don't know where Greek is. We do these streams every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific, by the way, except for this Friday. This Friday, I'm going to be at a wedding in Mexico. For those who haven't visited Mexico, I highly recommend it. It is a beautiful country. Amazing food. Amazing, fresh, delicious food. For UI, I took an Apple Watch band I liked, upload the photo, and boom, no purple. Love it. That's a good idea. No, weed is horrible, and people are trying to do the same process caffeine went through to weed. Caffeine has never been healthy and has always been toxic, but it's extremely profitable. Caffeine is toxic? Veggie32? Caffeine's toxic? If caffeine's toxic, I'm cooked. What do you mean caffeine is toxic? I drink coffee every morning. I built an entire business because of it. I drank an entire coffee right before this. I don't know about the caffeine part. I mean, it is a drug, but is it toxic? That's a pretty strong word, toxic. Toxic is a pretty strong word. Toxic. If it's toxic, I am cooked. I like your mug, says Amaya. You like that? You like the mug? Anthropology Christmas mug. Matches the tree, huh? We're back to building. Where's the building? How's it doing here? Where are we at? Oh, we're set up here. Let's see what this looks like, huh? I'm getting an error in Xcode. Let's see here. Next steps for you. Open Xcode and add the new files to your project. Add Swift packages via file, add package dependencies. All right, so I'm new to Xcode, so I'm figuring this out with you. So let's open up Xcode. I'm figuring this out with you. Now you guys get to see me not knowing what the hell I'm doing and learning in real time. Like, you can't just give up. Right? I don't know what the hell I'm doing here in Xcode. But I'm not going to give up and roll over and do what most people do, which is like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I give up. We're going to figure this out together. So we're getting this error. Claude Code saying, open Xcode and add the new files to your project. Add Swift packages via file, add package dependencies. File, add package dependencies. I just clicked that. All right, here we go. So what do we do here? Add. We just add all these? There's no way we just add all these. There's got to be more to it. Getting errors in Xcode. I think it's probably because of the packages. Which packages should I add? Right? We don't know what to do. We asked the AI, hey, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. What do I do here? The AI, Claude Code, can tell me exactly what to do. It's gonna tell me what packages we have to install. We're in Mexico. I'm here. I am going to Puerto Vallarta. You need to add these packages in Xcode. Supabase. Required for the app to compile. Search or enter package URL. Supabase. Add package. See, we listen to AI. Tells us what to do. Fetch Swift crypto. What the hell? Veggie has to be an AI agent. He talks too much like one with long phrases and says random stuff. I think so too. I was talking about putting ads in an app to monetize it. I think that would be helpful to apps to have like a free tier. A video like that would be cool. I was talking about putting ads in apps on. I think that would be helpful to have apps like a free tier. Yeah, that's for sure. I've never done it, so I don't know if I'm the best to make a video on it. Choose package products. All right, let me see. I don't know what the hell to do on this screen. I'm going to screenshot this. In Xcode file, click add package. When prompted, select add to target investor agent. Oh, easy. Here we go. Add package. See, we're figuring it out. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but we're figuring it out as we go here. Microdose Buddy. Caffeine reduces brain blood flow, spikes stress hormones essentially chronically, causes mild anxiety, heavily impacts your ability to be present because your body and brain can never relax. I don't know. I drink coffee every day and I'm never stressed. I never have anxiety. So I don't know. Everyone has different reactions to everything. Click add for now. Just add the Supabase package. That should resolve most of the errors. The other packages are only needed for later. After adding Supabase, if you still see errors, product clean build folder, Command Shift K. Command Shift K. No, it doesn't work. Product clean build folder. Here we go. Are you sure you want to clean the build folder? This will delete all the products and intermediate files in the building folder. Yeah, why not? Clean. Did it work? What else is this Claude Code telling me to do? Wait for the package resolution complete and check the progress bar chart. Run build again. Command B. Here we go. Introducing coding intelligence. Supercharge your Xcode with built-in intelligence. Get started. I don't want to do that. Too much. All right. We're going to take these errors, screenshot it, send it to Claude Code. Getting these errors still. 2 liters of Coke. I mean, like, listen, if caffeine was toxic, as you say, dude, a whole lot of people in this world would be dead. Like, you think Elon Musk just raw dogs life? You think Tim Cook just raw dogs life? You think Alex Karp just raw dogs life? No, if you want to do something special in this world, you might have to do something toxic every once in a while, like drink a cup of coffee. I'll also say this, man. You can take any substance in the world, and obviously there's some that are clearly bad substances, right? But you can take anything in the world, caffeine, carbs, fats, whatever, and you can make a whole case against them, and you can make a whole case for them. You could read a book that convinces you carbs is the greatest thing that ever happened. You can read a whole book that tells you it's the worst thing that ever happened. The science on this stuff is constantly changing. It's only toxic in high doses. Yeah, I drink a cup of coffee every morning. I'm sure I'll survive. Hey, Alex, what's new? Yeah, it's a good question. How can I use advertising to build awareness for my website or app? Focus solely on user acquisition and visibility. From a user acquisition perspective, I removed the custom logger that was causing protocol error. Clean build, Command Shift K. Okay, it might be working now. What happened to the panel over here on the right that showed me Command Shift K, then Command B? Let's do that. Clean build folder. Let's clean it. Clean succeeded. And then, what was it? What did Claude Code tell me? Command B to build it. Command B. Let's build it. Building. See, Claude Code fixed it. We had issues. I asked Claude Code, hey, what the hell are we doing? And it fixed it. And except instead of fixing it, there's actually something. Initialize conditional binding must have optional type. All right. Let me screenshot this error. Boom. Send this to Claude Code. One more error. Send. Caffeine also inhibits the absorption of many vitamins and minerals like iron. It disrupts sleep even if you take it in the morning through filing. Dude, I've been drinking coffee every day for years. I sleep fine. I feel great. I'm the smartest I've ever been. I'm an absolute savage. Anything I put my mind to, I succeed at. Everything I want to do, I do it. I'm physically, spiritually, mentally in the best state of my entire life. I wouldn't change a goddamn thing, and if I would change anything, I just go and change it. So, caffeine in the morning, a cup of coffee, no impact on any of that for me. Here's the thing. Do whatever the hell you want to do. Do whatever the hell you want to do. Here we go. What happened to the side panel where it showed the app? That just like disappeared. What happened to that side panel where it showed the app live? I don't know. I have the simulator up. We can still see it. I'll open it. I just don't. They used to have it on the side here. View. I'm gonna ask Claude Code. I used to have that panel in the right open that showed the iPhone with the app running. That disappeared. How do I see it again? I'm asking Claude Code. I have it up. You guys want to see what it looks like? Let's see what it looks like. Let's see here. Investor agent. What is this? Get this out of here. Investor agent, your AI-powered investment companion. Track your portfolio, morning podcast, even report. I got to sign in? That's the canvas. To bring it back, editor menu canvas. Command Option Enter. Command Option Enter. Every keyboard shortcut Claude Code's been telling me to do doesn't work. Editor menu, canvas. I don't know. I have it open. Show editor only. Canvas. Show it. Show the canvas. Show the canvas. I don't know. Whatever. Why wouldn't it show a canvas? I'm new again. I'm new again to an app, which is Xcode. All right, whatever. Sign in with Apple. Won't let me sign in. Or look at the canvas icon on top right of that toolbar. It looks like a rectangle with a small screen. This Xcode thing. Oh, man. All right. We're just messing up the UI now. Oh, I don't even have it open for you guys. Let's see. Canvas. All right. Whatever. All right. I'm going to go back to Claude Code. Let's figure this out. Investor agent. Here we go. Okay. I have it open. Let me take a screenshot of the app. All right. I have it open. Screenshot, paste. It has the home screen and is forcing me to sign in with Apple. But when I hit sign in, I get an error. My app is already live and working. Yeah, isn't it awesome? Claude Code and Xcode works so easy. Everyone should not be veggie. Yeah, here's my recommendation. Here's my recommendation, man. When it comes to anything in life, caffeine, whatever it is you do, Claude Code, Codex, just find what works best for you, right? Don't listen to the Veggie 32s of the world. Veggie 32 will come, oh, caffeine's going to kill you. Caffeine's going to poison you. Don't listen to them. Try caffeine. If you like it, keep using it. If you don't, then stop using it. There you go. Don't listen to the people that give you absolutes. Caffeine's toxic. Don't use it. Yeah, for them, don't use it. For yourself, find what works for you. Is Claude Web better than Claude Desktop app, or are they basically the same? They're basically the same. It's obviously a personal choice. It's just that no matter can ever know what they would feel like without it, as everyone has been dependent on it for a majority of their life. I don't know. Just do whatever the hell you want. All right, Command B to build. Hit play. Let's see what this looks like now. Replace. Let's see what we got here, huh? Yeah, I know. I have Canvas open, but I don't see it. I have Canvas open. I click open Canvas, and then there's nothing on my screen. Skip for now, dev mode. Error, a server with the specified host name cannot be found. Screenshot that. Okay, I get this when I go into dev mode, paste. We're going to fix this issue. Having Claude Code fix this issue, right? Sometimes when you build new things, you get a whole bunch of bugs, a whole bunch of errors. You say Claude Code fix it, and then it fixes it. Recently, I've been using Claude Web to code with Opus 4.5, but every time I have to manually move the code from Claude Web to my VPS, update it, and switch to cursor, which I really don't like. Yeah, Claude Web is only good if like you're on the go, right? I would never just sit down and work exclusively in Claude Web. I'd only use Claude for Web if I was like on the go and I needed a task done on the fly, which is pretty rarely. It's still good to have, and I'm glad they built it, and I think it's sick. But like, it's not, I wouldn't use it as a daily driver, Claude for Web. I quit Cokes a couple years ago because it caused me to gain a lot of weight and I was out of hand. But now that I'm back to coding with AI, I'm back drinking Cokes. Got to have that caffeine. Well, why can't you switch to like a black coffee to get the caffeine? Why do you need an absolutely sugar-filled Coca-Cola to get the caffeine? I just drink a black coffee every morning. Let's effing go, bro. I'm creating a market breaker software in my country. I'm doing it all with AI. It says, A4. Create that market breaker software. I don't know what market breaker software is, but create it, man. Let's go. Isn't this fun? Isn't this fun? My Claude Code seems to run super slow. My Mac should be good enough. Do you happen to know the issue? No, I don't know. Ask Claude why it's moving so slow. Just say, hey, Claude, why are you running slow? All right, let's see if we fixed it. Skip for now. Oh, boom. So this is what it looks like. Portfolio, holdings. What happens when we click a stock? Can we go in? No. Let's see. Let's add hood. Done. Oh, I guess I gotta add like the... All right, so it's not a bad UI. Today's podcast. Learn to invest. Education. Ooh, that's cool. There's like an educational section. Morning pack has eating report. Oh, okay. This is cool. Okay. All right, so let's go back. This is looking pretty decent. You need like a preview something line of code at the end of your content views to a file for Canvas to work. Claude never keeps it. Oh, really? Some guy just told me I need preview something line of code at the end for Canvas to work. Is that true? We're gonna go back into Claude Code. We got to start making the tech work, right? We got to start making the data real time. We got to start making working on the AI functionality. So let's go back and this is actually a cool project. This might be the most exciting project I worked on these live streams. If you're looking at a file that Canvas empty, check if it has preview block. Then you can add one to see the preview. Open the file that has preview, like Content View or Swift. What? I just want to preview the app in the sidebar. This worked before and now it doesn't. And I'm trying to figure out why. What's your thoughts on using multiple Claude chats app on one account, not spinning up Claude Code for web? I think that's totally fine. I do that. No, this isn't. Claude doesn't know what it's doing here. Command Option P. Command Option P. No, it doesn't. It's not doing anything. I don't know. I give up on the preview on the right side. Whatever. If none of this works, try product clean build folder. Already did that. Command B already did that. It just doesn't know. I said open Canvas and nothing is open and I don't see any preview. This is my last time trying to fix this preview before I just give up on that and just keep building the app. We're going to keep building the app. Claude Code clearly doesn't know how to do the preview thing in Xcode, so it is what it is. I don't care. All right, Veggie. Enough. Veggie. You're about to go in timeout, buddy. No one cares. No one cares about any of this. How about this, Veggie32? Start your own live stream. Start doing your own live stream where you talk about books and men's self-help. And if people care, they'll go to it. They don't care here. Breaking news, Veggie. No one here cares about any of this. No one cares about any of this. In fact, I'm putting you in timeout. Put user in timeout. Timeout time for Veggie. I didn't ban him. I just put him in timeout. He's just in timeout. He's making the whole stream about himself. All right. No one cares. 0 people care. 0 people care. 0. Just spam. All it is spam, Veggie. To see the app, click on contentview.swift. Contentview.swift. Here we go. Oh! Resume. Why is Figma Make actually so good? It took me about 15-20 prompts and 2 hours 2-ish hours to create an amazing front end for a web app. It doesn't use the templates and looks AI generated that often. I'm gonna be honest, I tried all the AI apps out like Figma Make, and I thought Figma Make actually had the worst UI of all of them that it made. I thought it looks the most AI out of all of them. But hey, if you figured out how to use it so that it doesn't, your app is booting into content view instead of app flow. I got it working now. Here we go. Boom. Boom. Got it working. Okay, everything works now. How do I make it so it starts using real data? Which APIs do I need to put in? Wouldn't it be easier to build V1 as a web app? But that's not the point. That's the point is I want it to be a mobile app. I want it so you can go on your phone and like listen to a podcast every morning about all your investments. Here's what you need to set up. Supabase, FinHub. Ooh, we're using FinHub. All right, let's set up FinHub. That's funny. FinHub.io. Let's get the APIs we're gonna get real-time stock data into the app we're building. Let's get real-time stock data in the app. FinHub, stock data, go to FinHub, get free API key. All right, get free API keys. Is this about to show it? Maybe I'll hide my screen while I click get free API key. Get free API key. Welcome to FinHub. Okay, I'm signing up. Alex Finn signing up for FinHub right now. Sign up. Error, an account with this email already exists. All right, sign in. Apparently I signed up for this account before. Wrong email or password. Jesus Christ. All right, let's just sign up. We'll use a different email. Man. We're going to get some real-time stock data on this iOS app we're building right now, huh? That'll be fun. All right, I got the API key. Let's put this in Xcode. Let's pop open Xcode again. Update the code. Edit stock data service.swift. All right, where's stock data service? I'm getting used to Xcode here. So if I'm clicking around, it doesn't look the most efficient. Stock data. Can I just search like this? Stock data service.swift. Here we go. FinHub API key. All right, FinHub API key goes there. Boom. We're all going to be Xcode experts by the end of this. Save. Boom. All right, we got that. We got the API in. For those just joining, by the way, we are building a stock portfolio, an AI-powered stock portfolio app where you enter in your stocks, and every morning you get a personalized 2-minute podcast that explains all the news in your investments. I think this is going to be sick. I think this is going to be a banger. Fave Claude Code setup. Claude Code CLI inside Visual Studio Code. What is the best operating system for vibe coding? Mac. All these AIs build their features for Mac first. It is what it is. You're building startups every week or so. Do you hold on to some, or does startup ideas after a stream? There's some I build off the stream. Like I'm still building the Vibe Code app store. I'm building an extraction shooter video game. I'm still working on my main startup, which is Creator Buddy. That's my main startup, right? I work on all those. I work on many things at once. And then on the stream, like this is where I get experimental, try new things, try interesting things, and the winning ideas, I keep working on them. I think this could be a winning idea, though. I think this could be a winning idea. All right, so we got the real-time stock in. We got to get Supabase set up. So let's get Supabase set up. I'm going to create a new organization. AI investor, personal, free, create organization. Yes, it's a good. You're liking this idea, AF4? You like this idea? I think people really like Spotify Wraps. So what if we do a Spotify Wrap for your investment portfolio every single day with a custom 2-minute audio podcast? I think that's kind of banger. I have the M5 MacBook Pro. Works really well for LLMs because of its newly integrated neural engine. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I'm going to get the Mac Studio M5 when that drops. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to get the Mac Studio M5 and like try to run local LLMs on it and do a whole bunch of local stuff. I would use it, bro. Let's go. AF4 is on board. All right. Let's get this hooked up. What's Claude Code telling me to do to hook up Supabase? Open the file, migrations from your project. All right. All right, if people don't know how to use Supabase, I'll give you a quick rundown. Supabase is my favorite database provider. So, let's see what we got here. Let's share the screen. So, Claude Code gave us a SQL query. We're going to enter the SQL query. This is going to set up our database for us. We put it in the SQL editor. I hit run, success. Now we can go to the table editor and we can see all our new tables created in our database. The Spotify for stocks. I feel like that's a pretty good idea. Hello, I just joined this video. I was curious if apps like this can be deployed on the App Store, which I have seen, but what about Google Play Store and how so? Thanks. Yes, you can. How to do it? Ask ChatGPT. He'll tell you. Supabase MCP is cool if you haven't tried it yet. I'll be honest, I'm not a big MCP guy. I just copy and paste the SQL in. I keep it simple. Is it the most efficient? I don't know. Probably not. What do you think of the new Cursor update? I've been hearing. I like Cursor. I like Cursor a lot, but it's like all they do is like what's it called? Broad tweet or what's it? Vague tweet. All they do is vague tweet. All they do is vague tweet. Big things coming, big day. It's like just say what you're doing. Just say what you're doing. Cursor 2.2. Cursor now can fix your hardest bugs. Let's see what the new Cursor can do here. Cursor can now fix your hardest bugs. Debug mode instruments your code, spins up a server to capture logs, and streams runtime data to the agent. Also in 2.2, plan mode improvements, multi-agent judging, and more. So there's a debug mode. That's 2.2. All right. Run multiple agents, and Cursor will pick up the best solution. Wouldn't that be expensive, though, if it's running like 4 AI models at the same time to debug code? Plan mode supports diagrams and starting many agents for each task. Diagrams is cool, but why would... I've never been bought into like, let's run like 5 models at the same time to do something. Isn't that just like super expensive? I'm also gonna be honest, in Claude Code, I've never really had issues debugging. Like I've never thought, oh, this is bad at debugging. I literally just screenshot the bug, give it to Claude Code, and it solves it. Sounds great, but why do I hear a giant sucking sound when it comes to your monthly quota? Yeah, like isn't the pricing the worst part about these tools. Like the pricing is just unpredictable. You don't know how much of your quota you're using. And now we're adding features where it's going to run 5 AI models at the same time. If you have time, can you explain quickly how Opus 4.5 is smarter than Codex? I do use Opus 4.5, but Codex continually finds major flaws in Opus's API logic. Yeah, I'll explain these Thunder Morris furnishings. When I use Codex compared to Opus, it feels like when I'm using Codex, I'm constantly telling it like, okay, keep going. Okay, finish that task. Okay, we'll just do it. It feels lazier. It just feels like a lazier model. Like I'm constantly saying, okay, well then do that. Okay, well then do it. Like that's my most sent prompt to Codex is, okay, well then do it. Because it's like, oh, we should do this, we should do this, we should do this. And I'm just like, okay, then do it. Like why is, like with Opus, like you go, oh, can you do this? And then it just like does it. Like it just goes and does the thing. I don't have to keep nudging it along, nudging. I feel like I'm constantly nudging Codex to do something. Like Opus feels like excited to do things and like, ooh, let's do this. Let's go. I love this idea. Let's go. Let's do it. And Codex is like, hey, here's how to do it. And I'm like, okay, well then go and do it. Like, go ahead. Okay, go ahead, do it. And it's like, for me, it's just annoying. It's annoying because it just makes the whole thing take longer. It makes it so I have to handhold more. It makes it so I have to like, it's just a more hands-on approach. If anyone here has ever like managed a team of, like in the business world, like been a manager of a team, your best employees are the ones where you can like say what the goal is, like what's the North Star of the team. And then the employee goes and you never hear from them again and they just do it and they come back and they go, done, here it is. And then it's done really well. Your worst employees when you manage a team are the ones where you have to check in every 10 seconds to make sure they're doing the right thing. And like, hey, come on, do it. Go now. Like the ones you have to micromanage are the absolute worst employees. And to me, Codex, like that's Codex. And Opus is the one where it's like, hey, I want to build a stock investment app. You're like, oh, I got all these ideas. I'll go build it out. You let me know what you think. And then it goes and it runs off and it builds like this amazing app and it comes back. It's like, here it is. And you're like, oh, this is not only great, but you thought of all these other things and then built those things out and implemented it. And it's all amazing. And Codex, it's like, oh, build me this. I'm like, build this stock portfolio app. And it's like, okay, we can build a stock portfolio app. It could be cool if we build all these things into it. I'm like, okay, well then do it. And they're like, all right. And then they like build like half the things it talked about. And I'm like, okay, well now build the other half. And then they go, and it's like, why am I telling you every step of the way to keep going? You know? Before I quit to do all this full time, build apps and content and all that, I managed a team of tech consultants. And I had 5 employees. One of them was not so smart, but was super proactive and just did things. One of them was really smart, but not very proactive, and I had to constantly nudge. And the other 3 were all right. Hopefully they're not watching. All right smartness and like kind of all right proactive. And like, the best of the 5 was the not so smart one who was really proactive and just did things, right? The second one was like the really smart person, but not very, I mean, the rest was a tie, right? It's best, like, even if you don't know everything, just go do it and figure it out. It's being autodidactic, right? The favorite employee is the one you just tell them what to do. And even if they're dumb, they don't know what the hell to do, they go and they just do it and they figure it out if they don't know how to do it, right? That's the best employee you can be. If you want to be in favor with your boss, just do things without asking questions, without asking for permission. Just figure it out. Just figure it the F out and do it. And Codex for me, Claude Opus is that for me. Codex is not that for me. That's why I like Opus more. Yeah, totally. Codex is exceptionally smart, but exceptionally lazy. It tells you how to do it, but never executes. Like a small business college professor who has never worked in the business. Yeah, it's just like, Codex is really smart and it finds issues that Opus can't find, but it just like doesn't do anything. Like it's just like, okay, we'll do it. I don't know. Cursor 2.2, I guess, but it's just like Opus and Claude Code is unbelievable. So I don't see the need. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Might be messed up. Shout out Cursor team. All right. What do I need to do next here? I got to plug in Supabase. All right. Set up the database. Get your credentials. Copy the anon key. Update the code. Supabase service.swift. All right. Let me do this. I'm just going to do this off the screen so that you can't see all my API keys, because that's bad. Supabase. What is it? Service? Supabase service.swift. Not in love with the search of Xcode. Here we go. Not in love with the search of Xcode. Always favor the bias toward action. We had a saying where I worked, operate at the edge of your authority. Better to get 80% done incorrect, the 20% than get 0%. Yeah, that's great. Operate at the edge of your authority. I like that saying. I like that saying, Modelier. I like that saying. That's a good saying. I'm going to remember that. Operate at the edge of your authority. I'd even say push it further. Like I'd prefer if you go like a little bit past that line. Like go past the edge. Go just a tad, not too much. You can't go too much past your authority. But like if you're trying to get promoted, like you want to get like the next level up or become a manager or whatever, I would operate just a kiss beyond the edge of your authority. Just a kiss beyond that edge of authority. I think that's the way to do it. That's the way I did it. Like if you're trying to get promoted, but how I got promoted, I worked at a company called MongoDB. I was a manager of a technical consulting team there. I started off as an individual contributor, and then I got promoted 2 years into manager. And the reason I got promoted was I came in and I just started doing things without permission. As in like I was a technical consultant working with a bunch of sales guys. I just did things like I started a newsletter to the sales guys and like all the updates on what the technical consulting team was doing, right? All the new programs the technical consulting team was doing. And I just started a newsletter. I didn't go to my boss and say, hey, can I start writing a newsletter and sending it to all the sales guys? I literally just started writing the newsletter and sent it to all the sales guys with all the updates on what the tech consulting team was doing. All the new programs, everything we could offer, right? I started giving my boss updates on things even when like we weren't meeting. Like you just do things without permission. Just do a little too much. Just do a little too much. Just a little bit, not too much. Because if you go way over, then it's like, oh, you're being annoying. Stop. But if you just go a little bit, just push it a little bit, then I think you're in a good place. I want to vote in the chat right now. Oh, let me just do this. I think I can do polls. Oh, I think I have to go into the YouTube. I'm going to do a poll. Poll in the chat right now. Live. Let me go into the live so I can do this poll. Here we go. Poll. Engage your audience. Start a poll. What do you want more videos on? Add option. So we're going to do Claude Code. We're going to do Google AI Studio. We're going to do Gemini 3. We're going to do anti-gravity. We're going to do, let's do cursor. Here we go. Start poll. Boom. Vote in this poll. Vote in this poll. There you go. What do you want more videos on? Claude Code, Cursor, Gemini 3, or anti-gravity, or you can add others. Like if you want Google AI Studio, then just type in the chat Google AI Studio, whatever else you're focused on. I'm just curious. I feel like we have a Claude Code audience. Am I like the Claude Code guy? All my Claude Code videos perform the best. Should I just go full Claude Code YouTube channel? Just everything Claude Code? I've heard GPT 5.2 is almost certainly coming out tomorrow. I've heard the exact same thing. All the betting polls are saying tomorrow, which is really, really annoying because I have to come out with a video for 5.2. But I am going to be flying all tomorrow. Let's see what Kalshi has to say about ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Or OpenAI. I'll search OpenAI. What are the betting? Let's see what the betting markets are like on ChatGPT coming out tomorrow. 5.2. I'm very excited. Best AI at the end of 2025. Gemini. They don't even have. What's the deal with Kalshi, man? What's the deal with Kalshi? It's so hard to find the ones you want. New model. I don't know. Let's see. Spotted on Cursor. I don't know. They're saying tomorrow. My business partner started coding with my GPT, and we have running laps of context in the way I interact with it. Yes, the boss was former military, so that's exactly what he meant. He preferred to rein people in rather than have them to goad them to do the job. Claude, oh, let's see what the poll's at. The poll's at 73% Claude Code. 73% Claude Code. Should I just be the Claude Code guy on YouTube? Every time I make content in Claude Code, it always performs the best. Although my latest anti-gravity video is printing right now. It's printing. You guys curious to see how YouTube makes money? Like how... So I'm at, what, 58,000 subscribers, I think? I'm at 58,000. Here's how I'm making money on YouTube. 49... This is off ad revenue. $4,900 of ad revenue the last month on these videos. Let's see. Can I go? Is it under earn? No. Analytics. Estimated revenue. Where's? Oh, here we go. Revenue. So you can see over the last 28 days, my how to build an. Oh, let me. You can't really see it. Whatever. My top video over the last month made $700 of ad revenue. Anti-gravity made $582 of ad revenue. It's been the best last 30 days of ad revenue ever. You can see it here. Oh. So November was a banger month, huh? November was a banger month. $4,800 in November, which just dominated the last several months. Well, you believe Claude Code is the best. Make yourself the Claude Code authority on YouTube. The other topics are just fads that pass quickly. All right. Claude Code's going to hire me. I actually applied for a position at Anthropic a while ago. They didn't get back to me. I applied for, by the way, your channel on Twitch has a whole 20 followers. We're up to 20 followers on Twitch. I never check Twitch. That's amazing. We're up to 20 followers on Twitch. I never advertise on Twitch. I never talk about Twitch. I'm just trying to organically grow on Twitch without saying anything. I applied to Anthropic a while ago. He opened up a position for like head of developer relations. And like, I feel like I'd be perfect for that. Like, it's just all about making connections with developers and creating content. YouTube does not pay well considering the amount of hours you put in. I disagree with that. First of all, I'm at 58,000 subs. I'm at 300,000 followers on X. This is paying significantly better than X. This is paying double the amount of X with a tenth of the followers. So there's that. A video takes me an hour to record and an hour to edit. So every video takes 2 hours. Every video is 2 hours. And I guess you got to do planning and scripting. That's probably another hour. So every video takes 3 hours. And every video is making me like $500-$600 on average now of ad revenue. So that's a couple $100 an hour. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. I don't think that's bad. I'd argue this is paying really well. And then I get like one sponsorship a month. I mean, I get offers 20 times a day for sponsorships, but I only accept like one sponsorship a month. And those pay well. So, I mean, it's also not about, this could pay me $0. I don't care. I think getting a big audience on YouTube is massive. I think it's the king social media platform. I think if you dominate YouTube, you dominate the internet. I think YouTube stars are bigger than Hollywood stars. And so this is about future. This is all investment in the future. This is just gravy. The fact I made $5,000 in the last month on ad rev, that's gravy. Doesn't matter. It could be 0. Don't care. Better than X, just saying you're doing us a service by providing us free content. So thank you. Of course. Happy to be of service. Where do you freaking start though? Chickens and eggs. If I make a game and want to earn off it, make the game and start creating content around it. Does anyone know if Polymarket's allowed to use in the US? They're rolling it out slowly. Be the authority when it comes to Claude Code. I might as well. 69% of you said Claude Code. I gave 4 options and 69% said Claude Code. Yes, everything Claude. Be the Claude Code guy. Claude Code, anti-gravity, cursor would be top 3. Yeah, the amount of value here is really incredible. You're a G. That's amazing. I'm glad, Amaya. That really means a lot. Seriously, that means a lot. I hope it's not only educational, but I also hope it's entertaining. Like, I hope you find this like interesting and like fun. I try to keep it very educational, but also very fun and like exciting and high energy. I hope I'm accomplishing that. That's all I want to do. Education should be fun. Education should be fun. That's what I think. Yes, I'm having fun and learning. Good. Good. All right, I'm gonna go film a Claude Code video. I think I'm just gonna do like a Claude Code 101 update for December 2025. I don't see Cursor content making it much longer. With the level at which the vendor-specific CLI coding tools are developing, Cursor doesn't bring much to the table. I'm a big Cursor fan. I like the team. The team's cool, although literally 0 of them follow me, engage with me, react to me, answer any of my questions, acknowledge my existence. And I'm not saying I like am owed the acknowledgement. I'm not saying my existence is is owed acknowledgement. I'm not saying, oh, the Cursor team doesn't follow me. Well, screw them. I'm just saying there just doesn't seem to be much engagement there. Like, I post a Gemini video about anti-gravity. I had like half of Google DM me say, oh, this is amazing. Thank you for creating content about it. Oh, don't worry, Google. Like, it's Google, you know? Cursor, I don't know. Your openness is awesome. Totally real. I've been coding since I was 7 and have a degree in AI back in 1997. Wow, you have a degree in AI from 97? That's amazing. I finally now see how AI coming on exponentially. It's mad. My coding work is isn't it fun too? Isn't it just fun? More videos into late development would be very interesting. Okay. Include how to set up the status line in Claude Code. Oh, yeah. Did you see my status line? Pretty cool, right? Coding work is, yeah, I mean, I think I put a tweet out about it this morning. I think everyone's going to need a vibe code. I think it's going to be like a mandatory skill in 2026. Like people who don't know it will be fired. People hiring for new roles, like vibe coding will be like a #1 skill. I'm not even joking. I 100% believe that. I'm going to film it. I'm not kidding. I'm going on vacation tomorrow to Mexico. So I need to film a video today so I have some content for the rest of the week. So I will be filming that. I'm going to be bringing my camera to Mexico because I want to react to GPT 5.2 when that drops tomorrow. So look out for that as well. Make sure everyone notifications on now. Everyone turn notifications on immediately for these when they drop. It's going to be super critical. The best way to support the channel for free is when I drop a new video, just open it, give it a like, and watch it. That's the best way to support the channel for free. The best way to support the channel for pay is the Vibe Coding Academy. Link down below. I think vibecodingacademy.dev. It's my community. We do weekly calls every Friday. I chat with you. We hang out. I answer questions. I give you support. It also has a Claude Code masterclass in it. So the best way to support the channel for money, vibecodingacademy.dev. The best way to support the channel for free, turn on notifications when I post videos, watch them, and leave a like. What part of Mexico? I am in Mexico City. I'm going to Puerto Vallarta for 2 days for a wedding. It's going to be great. Beautiful. Love Mexico. Favorite country outside of America, Mexico. Every cursor Gemini anti-gravity creator is just clickbait and saying this should be illegal. Please do not be those creators. Well, there's a balance, Slender Morris. I'm going to be honest with you. There's a balance there where I'm not going to lie to you and say, oh, this thing's the greatest thing ever when it isn't. You'll never get that out of me. You'll never get that out of me where I'll lie and say, oh, this is revolutionary when it isn't. You will always get my authentic opinion. And at the same time, though, there is a game to be played when it comes to titles, when it comes to thumbnails, when it comes to hooks. This is just the state of social media. This is just the content. We're like, I'll even show you. Like there is like you have to hook people in, right? When it comes to the packaging of content, you have to hook people in. And some element of that is like, oh, this is wild. This is crazy. And having like a shocked face in your thumbnail. Right? Like there's just some element of the YouTube algorithm where if you don't say this is crazy, then people just aren't going to click on it, right? They're just not going to, and you're going to get 0 viewers and your channel will die. So I'm never going to lie to you. I'm never going to give you a false opinion just to get a click. I'm never going to say, oh my God, Codex is the greatest coding model ever when I believe Claude Code Opus is the best coding model. I'm never going to, everything I say will be authentic, but there's just a game in social media where you have to have a good hook. You have to have a thumbnail that provides stakes and drama. If my next video is I tested ChatGPT 5.2 and I find it pretty interesting, no one's going to click that video. I will get 0 clicks on that video. But if I make the title, GPT 5.2 is crazy, you won't believe what I tested, or you won't believe what I saw. Is that dramatic? Yes. Is it mildly clickbaity? Yes. But I'm not lying about anything. I'm still delivering on the promises I gave. I call it being tastefully clickbaity. I call it tasteful clickbaitness, where it's packaged in an exciting, high energy way, but you still deliver on your promise, right? If I say, oh, ChatGPT 5.2 is the most insane, incredible, mind-blowing model of all time, and then you click it and I test it and it's like, all right, then that's bad clickbait because I lied to you. I said it was incredible, then I told you, yeah, it's all right. But if I go, ChatGPT 5.2 will blow your mind, which is clearly kind of clickbaity, but then you go in and I actually show you why it blows minds, then it was clickbaity, but I was also being honest. So that's like, I'm going for like that kind of tasteful clickbaitiness. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I hope you know what I'm saying. It's just the name. It's just YouTube. Like, that's social media, baby. That's the game. That's the game. It's just the game, you know? That's just the game. That's just the game. Sorry. Don't hate the player, hate the game, you know? I might have to say insane in all capital letters sometimes. I might have to do it. I'm sorry. I might have to do it. Idea, do it. This is insane, then do it is insanely bad. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm happy to do that. It's just the game. Clickbait is the name of the game. You got to market yourself. I always hated, when I was like just a YouTube consumer, I hated the thumbnails that were, I hated those thumbnails. Hated them. And then you know what happened? I started creating YouTube videos and A/B testing thumbnails and trying different things out. And guess what thumbnails got the highest click-throughs? It is what it is. That's the game. You don't want people doing crazy clickbait thumbnails. Stop clicking YouTube videos with crazy clickbait thumbnails. It is what it is, you know? It is what it is. It is what it is. I tell you what you did for me. Your genuine enthusiasm, like you're almost laughing as you speak in amazement at the next thing you realized AI can do. I'm being genuine. I mean, like this, when I use these things, they truly amaze me. This technology truly amazes me. I think it's so amazing. Switch up the meta. Well, here's the thing is, I'm not lying. When I open up a model and I say, this is incredible, I'm not lying. If a model was truly dog shit, I'd tell you it's dog. Like, listen, people are like, oh, you never crap on the models. You say everyone's amazing. Okay. Well, then watch my Grok 4.1 video. Like, I didn't like Grok 4.1. It is what it is. Watch the video. Like, I tell you the truth. I tell you the truth. This was a blast. We do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific. This Friday, we are not doing it because I am going to be in Mexico for a wedding. So unfortunately, we will be back Monday. I'm going to try to record a couple videos while I'm on vacation so that we can get those out because 5.2 apparently is dropping tomorrow. So I need a video out on that. I'm going to record a video right after this for Claude Code 101. If you have requests for videos you want, feel free to DM me on X. Say, hey, I'm a FinFam member. If you watch these live streams, you're in the FinFam. So congratulations, you're in the FinFam. I'm going to go do a leg workout. I'm going to go to the gym, and I have like twig legs. My legs are like the skinniest legs you've ever seen in your life. So I'm going to do some squats. Try to make them so a little bit larger than twig. Use AI, man, every night. Claude, build something. Vibe code something. It's so important you do it. It's so important you do it. So critical. It's the most important skill in the world. I really believe that. I do believe that. Most important skill in the world right now. So go use it every night. I like Claude Code, but you can use Cursor. You can use Gemini Studio, Anti-Gravity, Windsurf, whatever the hell people are using nowadays. Use it. As long as you're using it. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for turning on notifications. Thanks for leaving a like down below. Thanks for chatting. Shout out all the people in the chat. This live stream probably doesn't happen if it isn't for you guys in the chat. Seriously, it's like this is the most fun part of it, is talking with you guys. So shout out everyone watching your chats. Shout out everyone on Twitch. Shout out everyone on YouTube. If it wasn't for you guys, I'm not doing this. So I appreciate you. I don't know what it is. Whenever I start doing the goodbye, the viewer count goes up. I don't know what that's about. Makes me not want to say goodbye. Have a great trip to Mexico. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Or woman. I don't know if you're a man or woman. Thank you, whatever gender you are.
Don't forget to unban me on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, I'll if I forget to do it, I'll try to do it right now. But DM me if I can't figure it out, Modelier. DM me on X. I'll figure it out. Hold me accountable. I'm gonna unban you, Modelier. Sorry. Love you all. Hope you have a great weekend. DM me on X if you want. New videos coming today and later this week. So turn on notifications, hypercritical. Subscribe if you haven't already. Love you all. Thank you for making this so much fun. And we will talk very, very soon. Love you all. Have a good rest of your week.